everybody, we're back. We're back for friendship, and hopefully we stay on the friendship route, but I guarantee if I mess this up, we're gonna be on neutral, and I just don't want to do that, you know. Oh, God. Okay, peeps, you ready? This is when we're gonna go in the lab, and then we're gonna get to the saucy bit where I scream blue made as it stands. So yeah, it's hot and dry. You're like throbs. Oh yeah, because my leg got injured, didn't it? Flowey did a good job bandaging it up with his conjured vines. Well done, Flowey. You won't be bleeding out anytime soon, thankfully. It's tricky to stand, moving your right leg at all causes sharp pain to shoot up your body. Ugh. You have to move slowly and carefully, putting all your weight on your left side. Oh, as you force yourself up, you hesitate and put a little weight on your right leg. Nope, no good. Nope, nope, nope. Do not. Mistakes were made. You instantly regret your hybris. I'm confused what hybris means, but it sounds fancy. Oh, let me go ahead and check for some kind of cane. It says Flowey. I can move through the ground here without much effort. Oh my god, you're gonna get me a cane! Oh my god, I'm gonna get a stick! Awesome, I get a stick! Wait, don't I have a stick in my backpack? That would be very appreciated. Flowey tips himself on the back, and as soon as he hits the ground, he burrows underneath it. It's an odd sight, like seeing a dolphin dive in the ocean, not a flower hitting the ground. Hold on. I thought he was going to look for something to heal me. He's going to go get me a stick instead. Well, I guess my flower doesn't love me as much. Oh, well. Maybe he'll come back with healing supplies. Who knows? He comes back a few minutes in and drags a battered baseball bat with nails sticking out of it. Flowey, where did you find the weapon? Why is there a baseball bat with nails in it? Alphys, we have a lot to discuss. Are we even in the lab yet? Or did he just randomly find one? Was this yours, Flowey? Where did this baseball bat come from? Who had this bat? Why is it a thing? Why? Why would I want... At least I have a weapon, I guess. Yay. That's not a cane, though, Flowey. What the hell? You carefully take the handle and use the baseball bat as a shotgun. What the hell? You give Flowey a wobbly smile and thank him. Well, we're not even at the lab yet. Okay, where did he get that? Where did he find that? What the hell, Flowey? What is this? There's a lab not too far, he says. You notice he seems tired. Bless him, he must be. He's been dragging that wretched thing around. Sorry, moving objects with me can be draining. Come on, follow me. You do. Flowey pops up and down in the red soil and he guides you through Hotland. Oh, bless him. Being out of the bag and guiding me. Poor thing. He's going to get exhausted. He's going to, like, dry out. Bless him. You have to do a hodgepodge of a wobble to progress. I know what hodgepodge is. Each step forward burns your injury throb. You have many more cuts. Your pair of jeans are ripped up and partially stained from your blood. Oh, great, and you'll have my cleaning bill. All of your other cuts are easily ignored in favour of the feverish throbbing in your leg. You don't have the mentality to look around or focus on anything other than following Flowey. He stops outside a white building. Go on in, he says. It's never locked. When you approach, the door slides open. Dr. Alphys is... Flowey tilts his head. Weird. No one visits her, so she never bothers to lock her door. That is concerning still to this day. You hobble inside and at once you're greeted by crisp, cool air conditioning. Ah! You hadn't realised you were burning up until you felt the temperature difference. It makes you shiver. Brrr. But in a good way. You look back outside where Flowey is. Wait here. Let me look for some medical supplies first, says Flowey. Okay, well, I'm so sorry, Flowey. I accused you of not looking for medical supplies. I'm still, like, very shocked he found me a baseball bat with nails in it. It's very concerning that it's a weapon. I don't feel safe. What if I fall over it? I'm going to land on the nails. Ow. You look at the tile floor. Can Flowey walk across it with his roots? No, says Flowey. I use magic to go around. I face through things. It's tiring, but since you carried me all this way, I've been able to rest. Leave this to me, okay? Oh my god, bless this flower child. Oh my gosh, Flowey. What would I ever do without you, my sweet flower? Probably curl up into a ball and die. Oh gosh, you give him a smile and thank him for his help, even though you're still very concerned about this freaking baseball bat. You watch him slide across the tile. He moves like a fish in water. He stretches up to gently bump his head against your forehead in a gesture of affection. Oh, he's adorable. Can I keep him? Flowey, I don't care. I don't care if you want to part ways after this. I don't care. You are staying with me. You understand? I am never letting you out of my sight. You are too freaking cute. Oh, do I have to give him to Alphys? I want to keep him. Then he pops underneath the floor and is gone. You count it's empty before he returns. He drops a box filled with green vials and a spray bottle. Poor thing, he must be exhausted. He's been dragging everything around for me. Oh, bless. He uses vines and leaves to attach one of the vials to the spray bottle. Then he starts to spray your injury. Oh, he does love me. Oh. The vines around your leg loosen, and you carefully unwrap them as he continues to spray around. Oh, bless. The green magical liquid is cool against your injuries. You watch in amazement as your skin regrows and the dried blood evaporates. Hey, your pain vanishes and is paid by a tingling, numbing sensation. You have been healed. Flowey sighs. His petals are dropping. Oh, poor thing. You ask him if he's okay. Guess I'm kind of tired, Flowey says with a small smile. Do you mind if we rest for a few minutes? Sure, until Gaster's little experiment decides to nearly kill us. More like nearly kills Alphys. Of course, you pull off your backpack and help Flowey back inside. Once settled, he rests his head on your shoulder and he closes his eyes. Oh. Okay, the volume is still down. Okay. You take the time to look around. You're in a large room with white and grey tiles, white walls and fluorescent lights. There are shelves filled with odd contraptions and you can't identify. And books written in language you can't read. On closer inspection, looks like the writing you saw in the ruins. There's a workbench filled with tools on one end, and on the opposite end is a massive monitor with some kind of computer system set up around it. Looks like something straight out of a comic book. You've never seen such a set before. You wonder if the owner took inspiration from classical villain layers. Wait! The monitor's flashing red! Oh no! Warning, system failure. Take care not to jostle Flowey. You make your way over to the computer. There are 100 buttons to press and it takes you a while to find the one marked as enter. The warning disappears and a report is pulled up in display. Warning, unknown power surge detected in system. System overload. Warning, fires detected in sub-level 5 through 8. Fire suppression system activated. Warning, second power surge detected in system. System overload. Warning, lost connection with level 5 through 15. System overload. Warning, cannot reconnect to repair box. System overload. Warning, please evacuate. Okay, I think I've done enough of that now. Well, that's not good. It says to evacuate. That's probably a great idea, considering it was Gaster that did all this. Shame on you, Gaster. I'm dreadfully sorry. I can't believe it. You attempted to murder me. In all fairness, I didn't remember who I was at the time. That's not the point. You tried to kill me across time and space. What the hell, Gaster? I'm supposed to be helping you, not you trying to kill me. I'm sorry, I'm a scatterbrain. Oh. If Papyrus finds out, please don't tell Papyrus. Alright, but I'm watching you. Don't attempt to murder me again. Flowey raises his head and he squints through the screen. I'll explain something. At your curious expression, Flowey elaborates in an overly cheerful tone. This place is a mess since we got what we came for. We should leave. He sounds so freaking happy. He's like, okay, I did what I'm supposed to do. Let's get going now. Forget everything else. Who cares about responsibility? Who cares about being the better person? Let's just go. You glance at the monitor. Leaving would definitely be the safest option. As you turn to do so, a thought pops in your head. Where is Dr. Alphys? Yeah, where's Dr. Alphys? Yeah, where am I? It sounds like I'm buried under something because somebody's experiment was left ready for 20 years. I sense some anger. You think? I'm really sorry. I'll let it go for now. You had not encountered anyone on the way to the lab. You did not spot any alerts on the way. The only thing that tells you this place is in danger are the warnings on the monitor. There are no sirens, no flashing light, absolutely nothing to alert anyone outside the laboratory that there is something wrong. According to Flowey, no one comes to the laboratory often either. So if there was an issue, like there is currently, would someone have found out earlier and helped Dr. Alphys? Yeah, would have they? I definitely would, Alphys. I love you to pieces. You're one of my favourite characters. You would hope so, but you don't feel confident that's the case. Flowey might have seen something when phasing through the lab. Maybe he can confirm if it's empty. Should you ask? Of course. Because if we leave without, I'm going to get the neutral ending and I don't want that. No. So let's delete this. We're going to save here. And I'm not going to cut out what I'm saving. You asked Flowey if he saw anyone. Flowey does not meet today, as you gently ask him again. You put yourself in danger if I tell you. That's your decision to make, isn't it? I don't want to lose you, he says. I feel with you. Oh, bless. I want to hug him. You blink your indigo eyes at him. The way he worded that was odd. Still, it's clear your friend is distressed. Reassure him you'll be okay. He's silent for a minute, slowly looking down at the tiles. I think Dr. Alphys is trapped in the basement. Then you'll have to rescue her. Why? He asks. Do you know what she's done to humans? Do you know what she's done to her fellow monsters? She's evil! Evil, I tell you, evil! You do not believe anyone is evil. Everyone has a reason for their action. Why are you so... Flowey looks up at you with a mixture of fondness and exasperation. I hate that part about you. You very much doubt that. Oh, shut up. Flowey sighs. I think she's in the basement. There's only one elevator here. He looks at the massive steel door in the back of the room. It looks, well, you'll see. Yes, you will. First things first, got to get through the door. It looks like there's a keypad on the right side of it, so you'll need to find a password first. What are the odds of a royal scientist leaving around a physical copy of their password? Not very likely, Flowey deadpans. You can probably take a few guesses before it locks you out, though. Ha ha ha, little do you know. I made it so you could only have one guess before the door shuts you wretched kids out. Though in all fairness, I technically saving, so hurry up and save me. You approach the door. Someone here needs help, and it's up to you to save them. And you will. You are filled with determination. You make an attempt at the keypad. Most passcodes give you 3 tries, so 2 guesses should be fine. Your first guess is completely wrong, and the door light flashes red and a metal plate slides over the keypad. Aha! Serves you right for trying to break and enter. We're trying to save you. Yeah, but in all fairness, I didn't think of that ahead of time, now did I, Flowey? And this is why no one comes to visit you. Okay, guess not this keypad. Oh, gosh, golly, what a shame, says Flowey. Guess we should leave now. It's like, Flowey's like halfway towards the door and you're just like, hold it right there, Flowey. And he's like, oh, but can't we leave her? Can't we just say we saved her, but we didn't? I mean, we can't do anything now, right? Flowey presses. Come on, let's leave. The royal sign isn't worth the effort, trust me. But if we do leave, Flowey, you'll never be a big, strong monster that punches Asgore across the throne room. Okay, now when I say it like that, now I'm like, yes, we must turn him back into Ezreal, because Ezreal punches Asgore right in the face. And I like that. The one time I'm okay with violence. I want to say no, but I will hold it. I will hold it for when the moment arrives. Anyway, nothing you can do. There is a way, though, isn't there? A way to undo. You're going back in time before, right? Haven't you? As you call your soul, sure you can call that other thing. The sensation of coming back to life. You focus on your soul. It beats in tandem to your heart. You can do this, can't you? Yes, you can. You breathe out slowly and focus on the last time you felt determination. Your world tilts and everything goes black. You feel hands on you. Oh dear, I've almost forgot about the hands. Oh my gosh, we talked about this before. Handsiness, no. But you know, at this point, I'm pretty sure the reason why he holds on to you is to keep you there, because it technically helps you stay grounded in that situation. Which, at the time, I didn't know that when I first went into this, but now, after seeing so much of this game and all the different routes and all the extra scenes, which, thank you for adding scenes for me to react to Dark Petals. I love them. I love the fact that you keep adding more, and I'm inspiring your writing. Right, what was I? Oh, yes, hands. Oh, the hands. Okay, there's an immediate sensation of wrongness about this situation that triggers a sense of panic within you. Understandable. I mean, there's freaking hands, and you don't at the time know whose hands they are. They're like, those my hands. Whose hands are these? These are hands. Death was bodiless, and you had no sensation. You had apparently those hands. Here you are, arguably, can feel too much, and you are somewhere cold, and so very not alone, which is the concerning part, and the shudder goes through you. Well done, child. Shame on you, assuming I'm a child. And then again, I am short, but you don't know that I'm short in real life and look like a child. But that's not the point. You blink away the darkness. Well, that was something, but you did it. You're back in the laboratory before you tried the keypad. You decided to guess a few more combinations. This might take some time, but that's something you have plenty of. Are you forgetting about me? I'm still getting squished. Yeah, but every time we reset, then you're getting re-squished. That doesn't sound reassuring at all. Yeah, I want to put it like that now. Don't worry, Alphys, you'll be fine. Then the door locks up again, and you know what you have to do. You go back to the void. There are hands on your shoulders. There are hands on your arms. There are hands on your waist, and there's hands on your legs. You cannot see and you cannot move. You're in a dark, in a black, cold, inky sludge that weighs you down. Then you hear that voice again. Because you are you. That is the weirdest thing to say to me, if I'm honest. It is a distortion. It comes out staticky and glitchy in your head, like listening to a broken radio. And I am me, even though technically I have no clue what I am. It buzzes and cracks. It hurts to listen to. You want to flinch away from it, but you cannot move. And it feels like it's inside you. I will help you. The hands tighten around you. 071316. It's probably because deep down secretly there's probably a voice in the back of Gaster's head like, you are responsible for Alphys' current situation. Fix it before she finds out. When you are back again, whole, warm, alive, not in the void, you cannot help but reflexively suck in a deep gulp of air. You shudder. You feel like you need a cold shower. And in real life I do. I feel like I need to. It's so warm here. For your soul to cleanse that wrongness. Death was nothing, but when you reset, you're in a place that is neither alive nor dead. You can only call it a void because you have no other words to describe it. It was an uncomfortable place. It felt wrong. So very, very wrong. 071316. Those were the numbers the voice gave you. If they worked, what does that mean? It means that the door will open. But also it means possibly the entity knows more about the lab. Anyway. You make your way over to the door, your hands shaking as you type in the numbers, and the door slides open. Wow, first try, good job, Flowey praises you. No, not first try, not by yourself. You take a shaky breath. Although you're not in the void, its presence lingers on you like a wet blanket. It feels much more exhausting to reset than it does to die. What is that place? Why can you go there? Why is it so horrible? Another thing I would have thrown here is, why was there so many hands? Are you okay? Flowey asked you. You are okay. You can do this. You give him a tired smile. It's time to progress. Let's save Dr. Alphys and pretend that we didn't have an experience with hands. You enter the corridor and at once you see issues. The tiles are sterile white, as are the walls. The fluorescent light flickers ominously. There is a partially cave-in down the hallway. Wall debris is stacked upon each other as live wires and chunks of the ceiling dangle from above. You cautiously walk down the hallway. You climb through the rubble, but it'll be a tight fit. There's only barely enough room for you and Flowey to crawl through. You hop on the concrete rubble and start to make your way through, and the light continues to flicker, making it difficult to see. It also hits your eyes. You finally make it to the other side, and you stupidly, and I mean really stupidly, swing your leg down and touch the floor. Ah, there's a zing of energy. It doesn't hurt. It's over too quickly to hurt. Well, biscuits, you have died. Of course I died. Because getting killed by Sans' buzzer wasn't good enough, was it? We have to die a second time by electricity, don't we? If things are broken and things are flickering, make sure to double check your surroundings before you stupidly jump down. Okay. You move with purpose and call through the debris again. This time you take the time to properly examine the other side. It looks like when part of the wall collapsed, it caused a water leak. The floor is mostly covered in water. Thankfully, the water doesn't reach the elevator, so there is a safe spot. The live wires have fallen into that water and are pumping out enough power to instantly kill you if you touch the floor. You can see the elevator on the far end. It is lit up, so there must be some power to it. There's only one way forward. You see no other door or hallway, so you must try to get to it. The question is how. Toss a few pieces across and hopscotch. That sounds hilarious. I assume that would get you killed. I don't think... I mean, you could, but... Gripping points the wall could crumble. You can create a rope hook and drag the wire out to the water. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. With your plan decided, you get to work. You return to the main room and quickly find the items you need. You tie everything together, then climb back through. It takes a few tries, but you do get the wires of the water. You hop down and breathe a sigh of relief for not instantly dying. Oh, well done. Now could you please hurry up and save me? Like the song. There's a reason you chose this option. You always prefer to think smart, not harder. Clever you. At the elevator, you press the buttons to call it, and there's a rumbling sound. Don't try to go all the way down in it, Flowey warns you. When I was scouting, I went down the shaft, and there's some kind of blockage halfway through. Hold on. I just remember something. Flowey brought me that bat with the spikes, right? Did I drop that? Did I leave that upstairs? Why did I leave a weapon that I could probably use to break some stuff upstairs? Or bring it just in case of an emergency, but I don't think smart, do I? I mean, I'm glad I didn't break it, because I probably know me. I'd clumsily, jump across something and then splat, fall on my own, nailed bat and then die. Then you'll have to take the elevator halfway down and try to find another way to reach Dr. Alphys. You enter the elevator and Flowey presses the button for you with one of his vines. The elevator shakes as it goes down. You hear the sound of metal grating against metal, and the elevator abruptly stops. It slams to a halt with enough force that it throws you to the ground. Ow. The lights go out. You breathe out a sigh and call upon your soul for light. There's an emergency hatch above, Flowey points out to you. You thank Flowey. He reaches up with his vines to pop the lid off for you. His vines hook around the top, and then he detaches them from himself. They should hold our weight long enough to get out, he says. Oh, look at Flowey kicking butt today. You thank him again for his help. He smiles weakly. I like helping you. You're so nice, Twinkle. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Oh, you're one of my fave Floweys in the multiverse. You're such a sweet boy. He's best boy at the moment. Also, we've been doing like high fives and nuzzles and bumps and I love this friendship route. This is the route where I become best buds with my flower. Flower power. Right, where was I? I totally lost where I was. Oh yes. You feel the same way about him. You grip the vine and use him to climb your way up. It's a struggle. He's like my freaking little baby brother. I must protect him. With a hoist, you pull yourself out of the elevator. Actually, no, he'd be my older brother, right? Because technically, he's way older than I am. He was around when Kara was around, so yeah. Anyway, with the glow of your soul, you take a look at the elevator shaft. It looks like the inside of every other elevator shaft you've seen in movies. A concrete tube with metal poles and wires. Flowey glances around with you. We are near the blockade, says Flowey. I don't know why we stopped. That's okay. You'll have had to get off anyway. You peer on the darkness. You can see you are partway stopped at another floor, but the doors are closed shut. You head over the door and try to force it open. It actually pops open with little resistance, lucky, and I made like noises if I was struggling. You enter the new hallway, and by the way, I get like this when it's so close to night, and when I record, my brain goes into a different direction, so I apologize if I get a little weird. It's pitch black and eerily quiet. While you have the light of your soul, you cannot help but wish... Why am I going Scottish? What is happening? Every now and again, I slip into the Tammy voice. Calm down, jeez. But you wish you also had some music. It happened again. My goodness. You think back to your encounter with Shiren, whose musical notes would certainly light up this hallway. Time to do some exploring. The idea of getting to explore an evil scientist's unstable laboratory in the dark fills you with determination. No, that's why we disagree again. It fills me with fear. Your soul casts everything in an orange shade. The stir-lined white and grey speckled tiles are now an off-shade orange. The hallway doesn't look collapsed, but gives the state of what you had already seen. You should be careful. You can't see what's happening behind the walls or ceiling, so anything could give way at any moment. You proceed. Yeah, again, Gaster. Huh, this was your doing, huh, buddy? No need to throw shade my way. I already feel bad. This place gives me the chills, Flowey mutters. He rests his head on your shoulder as you walk. It is cold, but not as bad as Snowden. Not what I meant, Flowey says and chuckles. You really aren't afraid of anything, are you? That's not true. Everyone's afraid of something. You're not impervious. Yeah? Are you afraid right now? You are, but that's okay. You can be brave. That's right. Being afraid just means a chance to be brave. You're amazing, Flowey says to X. I wish I was like you. You already think Flowey is amazing. You couldn't have come this far without him. Yeah, I'm sure you could have, he whispers. No, I couldn't have. I would have been delirious on the floor. There's no way I could have gotten to the lab without Flowey. Let's face facts here. My character was delirious with pain. I probably would have died. After some time of walking, Flowey rests his head on his shoulders again. You get the feeling he's tired. He did expand a lot of magical energy to go through the lab and get the supplies to heal you, as well as use his vines to help you skip the elevator. He must be exhausted. You decide to let him rest in peace. You'll figure your way through on your own. Okay. Right, so we're going to let our sweet, sweet baby flower sleep. That is good. That is a responsible adult. The hallway's a dead end and every door is locked tight with passcodes. At least there's power to some of the doors, if not the lights. I hope you guys are going to forgive me. I'm going to turn my fan on. I am so warm right now. Hopefully it's not too bad. Just pretend it's technically the lab noise, okay? That's what this is. This is the sound of the lab equipment, okay? Or the lab air conditioning. It's fine. Time for a peek. You take a deep breath and feel a surge of determination inside of you. First try, first try, first try. You do your best to try and manifest that code you typed in the first time. Will it be it so you can skip the void? You give it a try and it doesn't work. Biscuits. With a grimace, you start to reset. Yeah. It somehow got worse than the last time. You sink into an inky cold sludge that feels like 1,000 centipedes made of goop climbing across you. Little legs prick your skin and make it itch. Ugh. Meanwhile, the sludge continues to pull you further into the darkness and weighs you down. You're simultaneously drowning in gunk while gooey centipedes crawl across you. It's not painful, but the sense of wrongness you feel about the situation unnerves you. You feel nauseous. Then hands are on you again. See, but there, that just confirms that Gaster, as soon as we start to sink too far down, that we're losing ourselves to the void, Gaster quickly steps in to grab us to make sure that nothing happens to us, that we are safe at all times. There is a way. Go through the vents. You return to reality and shudder. The distorted voice echoed in your mind, reverberating against your skull. You rub your arms to try to eliminate the lingering sensation of having bugs crawl across you. Ugh. The voice suggested the vents. On the surface, vents are too small to crawl through, but perhaps it's different for monsters. You look around for an air vent. You find one at the bottom of one of the walls, and it's easy to pry off once you get a grip. With the light of your soul, you have no trouble finding your way inside. There's a layer of grime and dust in there, though. Ew. There's a ladder attached to each vent going down, so you can effortlessly move down floors. For several floors you move down without issue. You count the floors as you go down. You recall there are 18 buttons on the elevator, and there were only a down arrow on the elevator when summoning it from the first floor. You infer that there is no floors above the ground floor, which means there are 17 floors to go down. The elevator stopped working 5 floors down, so you have to climb down 12 levels. Unfortunately, before you can climb down any further, you run into some blockage. There's some kind of white goo in the vent. You poke it. Ugh. It's cold and elastic. You haven't seen anything like it, so you're not sure why it's there. You have to exit the vents here and try to find another section of vents to crawl down. You climb back up to an opening and kick the vent open. Gosh, who would have expected you to get such a workout in? At least you're climbing down instead of up. Getting back out, you're not looking forward to that. Use the back of your sleeves to wipe away your sweat. The new floor you're on looks heavily charred. There's white foam scattered across the blackened floor and hall. It's clear to you that there was a fire on this floor. You look up and see foam dangling from the sprinkle heads in the ceiling. The mob must have activated some kind of fire suppression system, the foam, and put it out. Did the fire originate on this floor? You see a gaping hole further down the hallway. My question is now, Gaster, what was the experiment you left running? What was it? You could drop below to the next floor and re-enter the vents to continue on your way. Or you notice some rooms no longer have doors on them. You could explore. Let's explore this floor. It smells like melted plastic. I hope your friends can rise through the stench. Okay, as soon as you enter this room, you feel an unnatural chill. A shiver inches its way down your spine, leaving the hair on the back of your neck standing. Everything in this room was well protected from the fire because it's all mostly metal and tempered glass. This looks like it's an operating room. There are metal tables in the center of the room. There's a clipboard with some paper next to one of the trays. You pick it up. It's dated a month ago. Oh, God. There's a sticky note on top of it that reads, delayed dissection to prioritize expansion in the East Wing, per King's orders. Okay, in the East, expansion in the East. What does he mean, expansion, though? Oh, gosh. Okay, this is Dr. Alphys about to perform dissection of subject 863 brought in by the judge, aka Sans. The transcript for the translate for initial observation will now begin. Subject's history was kept in a vacuum for 15 years, 6 months and 3 days. After death, the vacuum perfectly preserved the corpse. Because the human body is 60% water, keeping in a vacuum causes an intense effect. The liquid in the body boiled, changing from liquid to gas. All tissue in the body expanded. Ew. Video shows embolism of the body upon entry of the vacuum. All liquid and gas pulled out of the orifices and caused a near instant freezing effect. Long pause. Death was in less than 2 minutes. Dissection will confirm cause of death. Can I just point out that 2 minutes is still a long time before you die? That is way too long. Rewatching the death video does support initial hypothesis that the vacuum ray gun would be lethal against humans. As most monsters do not have water, it's possible they would survive a shot. Too muffled to track. I wish Dr. Gaster was here to discuss. Excuse you, Dr. Gaster tried to kill you with an old experiment he left running. He's more familiar with monster anatomy. Computer, please start the camera and have it aimed at the table. Oh, and also please confirm its ventilation system is working properly. Human corpses always reek. I hope no more humans fall down. Long pause. Computer, please make note. Subject 63 has a dog tag. The reason Nathaniel Cross. Please update our records during name. Okay, so felt that it said... Okay, so this is from a month ago. And he had a dog tag, so he was in the army. But, the subject was, kept for 15 years and 6 months and 3 days. Wow. Okay, so they had him for some time. End transition. Oh, God. You set the clipboard down and look at the operating table, or rather dissection table. You move across the room and preview some of the paperwork. It looks like there were many more dissections in this room. The captured humans, the monsters tested ways to have them effectively killed. From the notes between the scientists, they were shooting for ways that would kill humans without hurting monsters. It's not surprising when you stop to think about it. From what you gather, the monsters have not had good encounters with humans. They're isolated, cut off, and the humans who previously fell down here were just flat out hostile, rude, and, you know... Do I really need to name some social platforms? We all know which ones they are. We're looking at you lot. And with tragedy on both sides, the monsters, the humans, you can only hope to make things better going forward. You want to show them that humanity has changed. If you can do that, then maybe everyone could be happy. It looks like there's nothing else you can do in this room. You want to explore this floor. Okay, I'm going to turn off my phone for this. Okay. Oh, you've seen all you can on this floor. You jump down to the next floor. I don't know if this is like where we're going to come across Alphys. I think we're going to go see Gaster now. You do not meet any other obstacle on your way down. You steadily climb down. The only time you have to pause is to wipe your sweaty palms against the back of your pair of sturdy jeans. You can infer these vents might have been intended as an emergency exit, which is good. That means you found your way back up once you get Dr. Alphys. I'm still down here. I'm still waiting to be rescued. Hi! We're on the way. Upon arriving at the bottom, you kick out the vent and climb out. It's much cooler on the bottom floor than the vents. That's nice. You take the time to catch your breath and chew over everything you encountered in this lab so far. Most notably, that entity, that voice. They really helped you out. While you strongly dislike going to Void, it looks like the only way to communicate with the voice. When you reach the bottom floor, you kick out the vent and clamber out. You could, you suppose, purposely visit the Void to meet with the entity who helped you. Do you want to? Yes. You take a deep, steady breath. You mentally prepare yourself for the discomfort you're about to force on yourself. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can do this. You can do this. The thought of encountering the entity fills it with, say it with me everybody, determination. You drop yourself into the void. It's colder than last time, but my goodness, the temperature's like keeping colder. For many more seconds, all you can focus on is sheer cold, excuse me. Your body is stiff and heavy, and your heartbeat slows to a point where it's difficult to breathe. You try to speak, but you cannot, and you want to ask the me why it's helping you. I am awake because of you. You. The voice echoes in your head. You shiver. You open your eyes and take a shaky breath. The void alters in how it's uncomfortable. The only thing that is constant about the sense of wrongness is the wrongness being there. To think anyone is still there. Again, you have to go in again. It's difficult to keep yourself there. Every inch of your soul and body detests it. It's a mental struggle to force yourself to go back. You've already set yourself on this path. You will see it through. You give yourself time to warm up again. And then you take the plunge. You ask the entity if you can help it. You can't imagine the void is a good place to stay. It has helped you after all. I do not know, but thank you for asking. See, it's a good thing he's always so polite. And like sons. You want to help the entity? There must be a way. Maybe one day. Being awake is enough for now. You can't take it anymore. You fall back into reality and want to throw up. You bend over to your knees, gasping and wheezing for air. You feel violently ill. If you had any food in your stomach, you certainly would have thrown it up. Why did my accent go again? Biscuits, biscuits, biscuits. Your body is trembling and your legs feel weak and you're forced to take a seat. Your soul flickers out and you are left in the darkness to recover. It takes you a long time to feel okay. You don't want to go back. You don't. You really don't. And yet, you have to. Stop being a baby. Get back in there. You hate it. You hate it. You hate it. It crawls over you. It's so wrong. There's no other word to describe it. It's a violation against nature itself. You're doing something terrible. You're doing something horrific. You're filled with shame. And yet, you ask the entity why. Being asleep, I could feel myself falling away. It is worse than dying. Yes, you agree. Being in the void is officially worse than death. No one deserves this. No one. You want to help the voice, and the hands caress your head. Hey, now. Come now, Gaster, control them hands of yours. Thank you. I do not know if you can. You want to try. You cannot see, but you can feel, and your repeated trips into the void have allowed you to adjust how your body reacts to that world. You slowly, agonizingly slowly reach out and grasp one of the hands. You squeeze the entity's hand in an attempt to comfort them, and they squeeze you back. I will think. Will you come back? You promise you will. Thank you, my dear. Okay, you're done. You are done. You're definitely done with this, regardless of how cute that little moment was there. You slump against the tile floor. You've never been so exhausted. You're going to need some time to recover. You still feel shaky and weak-limbed. When you force yourself back, Flowey continues to rest peacefully in the backpack, completely oblivious to everything that happened. There's our little boy. There's our sweet flower. At least your friend is doing okay. You have to lean against the wall to continue to walk. Each step feels like the world is crooked. One step at a time you can do this. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. Yes, there you go. Keep going. 4 steps. 20 steps later, you enter the room with many tall shelves. On the shelves are their canisters, and inside most of the canisters are Sans' victims. And you know I was going to say it. They're Sans' victims. These are all the victims that Sans has done. This is Sans' collection of... might as well be heads at this point. Dozens of souls, each a different colour. You know in your heart of hearts that these are the human souls. Those poor humans. All these souls. Flowey looks longingly at the wall of canisters. It is a lot. If only I could have a few, he whispers. What? Flowey's startled from your question, shrinks into himself. Don't shrink into yourself, Flowey, it's fine. His leaves curl and uncurl anxiously, and he looks away from you. To tell you the truth, Twinkle, I don't think I have a soul anymore, he says. I was a monster before, but then I died and woke up as a flower. I wonder whose fault that is. I have no idea whom you are speaking to. Are you trying to imply it was me? Yes. I don't know what to talk about. I'm innocent to prove it guilty. You have no evidence. You at least have evidence the Gaster tried to kill me. On accident, he just forgot the toaster was running. Why was the toaster be running? True as the fridge, that joke is. I botched it. I'm terrible at jokes. I can't remember them half the time. Was it fridge is running? Dang it, I can't remember. You can tell I shouldn't be recording stuff when I'm tired. Okay. I don't feel much. Sometimes I don't feel anything. And other days, all I feel is fear. He gives you a small, sad smile. It's been better with you, but being near your soul, it soothes me. Probably because I'm hollow. Oh, you reach around to gently take one of his leaves in your hand. You rest his head against your shoulder. You ask him, if he had these souls, would he be whole? Would he be happy? Would that make his dreams come true? I think so, definitely better, he considered it. Probably more magic than soul power, to be honest. If you were to get magic from anywhere, a royal scientist's lab definitely seems like the spot. You look up at the souls. You suppose it would be a simple process for like organ donations. You don't think these humans had a choice in the matter anyway. Oh, if you can help your friend, you're okay with this. Well, of course, yes, let's help him. It makes your stomach knot. Before you have a chance to respond, you hear a low noise in the back of the room. You move back there and find there are many collapsed shelves. Judging by the charred hole in the wall, you infer that this is where the explosion that knocked the shelf. That there was an explosion that knocked the shelves back. You hear the noise again. It's underneath the shelf. Hello? Help me. It's about time you got here. Gosh, you took forever. I'm so sorry. I was busy reading. That's no excuse. As a person in danger, what do? You dilly-dally go and be nosy in rooms? Excuse you? What were you, burglar in my lab? You should have been hurrying to save me. My life is more important. I know it is, Alphys, but I'm sorry. I get interested in lore. Oh. You start to pick up the shells. They're heavier than expected, but not impossible to move. It just tires you out. Eventually you see a lump of yellow, white and red. That's Dr. Alphys' flat. Dr. Alphys looks like some kind of yellow reptilian monster in a red-stained white lab coat. I hope that's ketchup. She looks to be in bad shape. You take out the healing spray bottle and spray her all over. Hopefully it works on her as it did on you. She groans again as she stirs. She sits up adjusting a pair of glasses with swirly designs on them. And then she peers you. Huh? Unexpected, you are a human. Yes, aren't you also shocked that I am in your lab? At this point, anything is possible. Did you try to assassinate me using an explosion? No, it was Gaster. How dare he! Wait till I get hold of him, I'll reprimand that man. You introduced yourself. I see, you used one of my healing sprays after you stole it. She observed. She glances at the gaping hole in the wall. Are you the only one here? You gesture the flower in the backpack and Flowey gives her a wave. She adjusts her glasses again. I see, and what are you doing here? You explained you came to rescue her, you saw her monitor. I suppose thanks are in order, human, says Dr. Alphys with a sniff. I mean, to be fair, someone just literally comes into a lab, it's a human, and the way she acts, she's like, oh, I nearly died. She's probably in shock, that's what it is. You remember Flowey. You take off your backpack and present Flowey, and you tell her if she's thankful for you saving her life, then she can help save your friend. What? Flowey squeaks. You're friends with a monster, she asks shrewdly. Excuse you. Yes, I am friends with a monster, and I also came to save you, and I saved your girlfriend's life when she tried to murder me, and then she did a dumb. She threw a spear when she hit the bridge, and then nearly killed her in lava. So I saved both of you. 2 for 1. Anyway, I guess I do owe you, and saving a monster isn't the worst thing I could do. Fine, what's wrong with him? You explained that he needs magic and some human souls. Those souls aren't mine to give away, she retorts. Therefore, my research. Can't Flowey count as research? She pauses and Flowey lets out a small whimper. She clicks the cone. Fine, she leans forward and respects Flowey. You seem oddly familiar. Where did you come from? Oh, he does he, Dr. Alphys? Did you possibly do something to my little flower? No, it's just a coincidence. I just suppose he just looks familiar. No, when you see one yellow flower, you see them all. That's what I'm imagining would be a retort. I used to be a monster, I think. I lost my memories when I woke up as this flower, Flowey hesitantly admits. But I'm sure I was a monster before. She reaches out a clawed hand to poke the bandage she placed on Flowey back in the ruin. Hey, be careful, he bruises easy. Why do you think you need souls? I'm soulless, he horribly admits, and Alphys stiffens. Of course you do. She is silent for several minutes, clearly guilty conscience and all that. It's long enough to make you concerned. All right, she says, to restore you. It will not be easy. Your body is weak and absorbs too much too fast, could cause it to deteriorate. Flowey flinches. That's not good. Alphys takes the backpack from you. Nothing I can't overcome. I'm a genius after all. Leave your little friend to me and... yeah, wait till I go home to Gaster. He's gonna pay for attempted murder and destruction of my valuable lab. Even though technically it was his lab, then it became my lab. But still, it doesn't matter. Technically it's my lab now, so yeah. Damaged property, you know. He still technically owes me. How dare he forget he left something running? And conveniently decides to explode when I'm there. You hesitate. You ask Sai if he's okay with this. I want to be whole again, he says. He gives you a small smile. Thank you for helping me get this far. I'll be okay, but will you? Can you continue without me for now? You smile. You hold out your hand with your pinky, and Flowey stares at it for a moment before his smile widens, and he reaches out to a leaf. You hook your pinky around his leaf, and the two of you shake. He'll be okay, and so will you. You'll meet again. Promise? He asks you. You promise. Oh, no, I'm losing my flower. You use the vent ladder to climb out. It takes you several minutes to make it back up to the top. Phew! You think you've done enough exercise for the day. As you make it back to the top, you notice the monitor is no longer flashing a warning. Instead, it says... I need my bottle of water again. Connection re-established. Repair bots underway. Civilians, please keep out. That's good, you did it. You saved someone. You are immediately filled with determination and you head out of the lab. Technically, I saved Undie. I saved the kids. Because technically none of the kids fell off of the waterfall, did they? And I helped Mon up. So technically I saved Mon and I helped Mon up. Even though technically Mon wasn't in danger. I also saved Undie from dropping into freaking lava, and I saved Alphys. Meaning Undie and all her should now be my best friends. You head to the lab. It's your first real look at the hotlands. The rocks and stones are a reddish brown and you can hear the bubbling of lava underneath. You see there are many bridges connecting different areas. It is a very wide and open area and there are signposts in the corners of each area. You move over to one of those signposts. It reads Snowden West, City North, Core North, Laboratory South, and Farming East. Okay. You recall Flowey mentioned that you had to go through the city, the core. You look over a huge machine in the lava. You figure that's the core. It's a monstrous inside, even at a distance. You move to the edge and the lava bubbles and pops underneath it as you peer at it. It's big enough to comfortably fit a small town inside. You breathe in the hot air and your lips and skin feel uncomfortably dry. It's time to carry on. It's just you. You walk across the hotlands, the air pricking your skin. Each breath is uncomfortable and you can feel yourself drying out with each step. It surprises you how much the weather is affecting you in the underground cave. You wonder what the city will be like. Will it be snowy like Snowden, wet like the Martians, or will you finally find an area that has a pleasant climate? You look up and notice the stalactites have these red crystals in them, as well as some black ones. Not that this area needs the light. The lava is bright enough. It forces you to squint when you look at it. Then you come across another bridge and you spot a familiar figure. It's Sans. He seems to be sitting behind a wooden sentry post. Huh. Is it safe for me to go over or will he attempt to kill me? I wonder. But a part of me wants to believe he's going to be... Mistakes were made. Dang it! I seriously can't trust the skeleton, can I? Every goddamn time. Also, he's rude! I wanted to know maybe he'd be nice to me in this round, but I guess not. I guess that was wishful thinking. I should have realized when Sans an ass. Sans an ass. No exceptions, no way about it. You decide to ignore Sans and carry on your journey. You move down the road and as you progress down you notice more signs. They're sticking into the ground. Some of them light up with neon lights. They are delightfully colourful. Watermelon on light tonight. Come to Miss Muffet's Bakery. See Snow Drake at the Comedy Club. Pledges MTT close at the new Mega Mall. Try out MTT top brie food at the food court. Looks like there's lots of advertisement sign. It's cute. It reminds you of the surface. Do any of those look like things you'd want to visit? Yes. You wonder what other similarity monster cultures have to humans. It would be interesting to compare what a monster city looks like to what you know. Everything you've seen so far is very similar to human agriculture. The dirt path leads to some wide open stairs. At the base of the stairs, you see a dark blue bunny monster. He leans against some kind of cart with a blue umbrella. Well, we're not interested in stopping. We're going to skip him. You don't stop. You climb up the stairs and enter the core. I am so glad that is freaking over, if I'm honest. What a journey you've had so far. Let's see how it's shaping. You currently have 2 of the 3 necessary items to unlock the true ending flora. Congratulations, is maximum you should have by this time. You're on the front row. You see Dr. Alphys. In exchange, she'll help Flowey. Okay then. Whew, we made it. We made it through the lab section, and Sans freaking killed me again. Seriously? Gosh darn you, Sans.